1994 was a very interesting year. I was living in Compton, California, and I was enrolled at Benjamin O. Davis Middle School for that year. The next year, I returned back to Sacramento. But that year, I was living in Compton. And there were a lot of artists that were hot in the 1993-1994 school year. Dr. Dre, The Chronic had just dropped a year before. Snoop Dogg came out with Murder Was the Case. Obviously, you had the rise of the Death Rows, Tupac. Obviously, there was Big. It was all popping in the 90s. But man, there's a name that was so popular. It was R. Kelly. When I tell you that R. Kelly was the truth with the bump and grind song and everything in the 90s, it was amazing, right? But stop the show. I was hearing rumors about R. Kelly in 1994 and 95, especially when they said he married Aaliyah, who was underage. Fast forward, Dima! Then came 1998. In 1998 were rumors of the first alleged you-know-what tape with R. Kelly. Then 1998, 1999, 2000, it was still being talked about. This was before the internet was popping. But fast forward, Dima! Then came 2019 when Lifetime dropped this series called Surviving R. Kelly. It was a documentary, it was 2 seasons, and that was the beginning of the end of R. Kelly. His time was no more. And after that, he got state charges in Illinois, federal charges, I believe, in New York, and the rest is history. And R. Kelly right now is locked up. I know what you're thinking. Stop the show. What in the hell does this have to do with Tiffany Henyard? Well, because this is similar. You see, Tiffany Henyard has been ruining the city of Dolton for all those years. Now that she's getting the shine from people that she never expected, she's going to be suffering too. Now, in the case of Surviving R. Kelly, it was Lifetime. Now, Tiffany Henyard is being exposed by Fox News. That's right, Fox News, the white conservatives who hate liberal Democrats. And if you don't believe me, check out this video from Fox News. It is entitled, Democrat Super Mayor Criticized for Wild Antics Spending on the Taxpayers' Dime. What I'd like to do is play a little bit of that video, and then we're going to come back.
An Illinois mayor is getting national attention for the way that she's spending taxpayer dollars. Now, critics say you can't turn your head in the Chicago suburb of Dolton without seeing the name of Mayor Tiffany Henyard. She's also the supervisor of a neighboring township and refers to herself as Super Mayor.
It's your Super Mayor, Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor.
It's her TikTok handle too.
Oh my God.
But she's now accused of spending tens of thousands of taxpayer funds on self-promoting billboards.
Super Mayor.
As well as putting her name on government buildings, government vehicles, even government rugs.
Remember, Tiffany Henyard cares. And I love y'all, and nothing y'all can do about it.
Not to mention the Tiffany Henyard calendar, which includes the Super Mayor's birthday, because you can't forget that. She could pay for all of this herself, given that her salary for the 2 jobs is nearly $300,000. More than the state's governor, by the way. But it's all on the taxpayer's dime. And this goes beyond signage and merch. Henyard put an ordinance in place that if she lost a future mayoral election, the next mayor's salary would be dropped from $200,000 to $25,000. But if she wins, it stays the same.
Oh boy, this is not looking good. Now, obviously she's been picked up by Fox News in the local area, but this is different. This is Fox News, the main channel here on YouTube, and it's only going to get worse because allegations such as these here.
But at the end of the day, nobody comes here to argue with you. Nobody at all. There are bills that we have the right to take off. We have the right to make decisions about. You say that you're running it at the end of the day, because this is going to be the narrative. When we go broke, you're going to say, I wasn't even on the bank account. The trustees did it. When at the end of the day, you're making decisions and spending money and then get mad when we don't approve it because it's not financially sound. I sat here and looked at a lease that y'all's paying $149,000 for one of them trucks. You make that's like when you 19 years old and you go get a car and the interest rate 27%. That makes absolutely no sense. You're
Please
not making
facts.
great finance. Excuse me?
Please state facts.
But let me tell you, here it is, dated December 27th, 2022. The cash price of a 2023 Chevy Tahoe, $93,216.71. Interest and APR, $55,929.49. Total lease price, $149,146.20. Tell me if it's not facts, because your signature is all on it.
And then disrespecting people like this.
We do not transcribe. If you would like a transcriber, perhaps you should address the board and add it to the budget. But myself nor the village clerk will be transcribing minutes word for word. And that is for the record. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna say this and we're gonna move on. Y'all need to be respectful. And that's the problem here. Everybody again want to clap back. And then when I clap back, everybody got attitude. Be respectful, Deputy Clerk. And your problem, hold on, you out of order. You out of order. Did I not give you the floor? Deputy Clerk, you out of order.
I won't respect
Deputy Clerk.
you don't respect.
Deputy Clerk, you're out of order. And that's your problem. People need to learn to stay in their place. Like I gave you the floor, I was quiet. I let you say whatever you want to say. Now you listen to what I got to say. Stop being disrespectful. Stop lying to the people about what it is you in your office should be doing. You and Clerk Key. Period.
Will never do anything but bring the beginning of the end for Tiffany Henyard. But the reality is that conservatives dislike liberals. Cities like Chicago and its subsequent suburbs, such as Dolton, are very liberal and democratic. However, when you hire somebody like Tiffany Henyard, conservatives take the opportunity to laugh. And who gets the most disrespect? Well, Tiffany Henyard is not doing her bad dealings and stuff like that with white people. Nope, she chooses black people to do so, especially black women. Because that is very interesting. Nobody disrespects black women like Tiffany Henyard. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Tiffany Henyard also is an unmarried single mom. So you would believe that she should have some level of mercy on people that have her similar experience. Nope, she does not. Tiffany Henyard doesn't care anything about that. In fact, remember, there was a lady trying to create a grocery store that was for free with single mothers in Dolton. But listen at what happened.
And with this space, we decided to create or establish the Abba Center. Abba meaning father. A father is supposed to protect, guide, and support his family. And we decided those are the kind of programming and services that we wanted to offer here in the village of Dolton. And with that, we had high hopes to be able to work with the current administration, Tiffany Henyard, and her administration over at the village of Dolton. However, since we closed on the property in June of 2023, we have not been able to do that. We have had meetings. I wrote a letter. We've made several attempts to really make this work. However, we're at a standstill. The Abba Recreation Resource Center was going to have a myriad of services for the community. For those who are looking for shelter, for people who have small children and they want assistance with raising their children, financial literacy.
I honestly believe the beginning of the end is near for one Tiffany Henyard, and I believe that for all of the right reasons. Firstly, this level of self-aggrandizing and some certain levels of individualism in the politics and the political sphere pretty much show that this is not needed in the black community. And the thing is that we're behind. We don't need dictator mayors are young ladies like her who feel like they're superstars when they're not. But of course, you know, we always have clout chasers. Hopefully we get somebody who is more community minded and care about what's going on in society there, instead of looking at what's going on for them without achieving anything. And that has a lot to do with the fact that we don't like to raise our standards, and we like hype. We like people with nice weaves, nice sandals, and they represent, you know, a certain of a city girl or city boy generation until it all falls down. And boy, let me tell you, that's exactly what it did. Guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.